Hello, William?
Billy?
Billy? Billy the Kid?
Hey, hey,
Hey, hey.
how's it going?
What's going on, William?
What's going
Okay,
on,
so we
everybody?
just
You gonna
are we getting
cam it
straight
up,
into the
or-
questions, or no? We're not coming up. No, fuck that.
Yeah, let's just, I mean, if someone wants to, if people want to cam up, they
For
can
my
cam
viewers,
up.
right?
Yes.
My 4 viewers.
It's important. It is important. But,
Please.
yeah, so we've got that, and then we can just jump into it. I don't have a camera.
I mean, wait, DK, do you want to put Will on the stream?
Bummer.
Or...
Yeah, I will in just a moment.
Hey, let me know if I know my mic is fucked up 99% of the time. Let me know if it is still.
You sound wonderful, William.
Bomber is saying that Will is too quiet on the stream.
He is a bit quiet. I'll turn him up. There, he's at 200%. Will? Hello? Hello? Say
Hi.
hello? Yeah, that's better. That should be better. Alright, we can just jump right into it, I guess. Kuihman's got questions for you. It'll be mostly between you and Kuihman. I guess other people may speak if there's something important, but yeah, we can just get into it.
Okay, well,
Cool. Amazing.
so Will, I guess we'll just start off with what was the point of your film and what message were you trying to get across?
What was the point of my film, and what was the message I was trying to get across? Well, could we start with maybe what you thought of it? Like,
No,
what is it that
we
you
would
got
just like to
from it?
ask what you think of it, Will. I don't really have an opinion on your film. It's very unremarkable, so...
You know, I'm kind of like a death of the artist kind of guy. Like, why don't you just start with what you thought of it? Or you can just
Okay,
start with
I've
like
just
what
said,
you know,
if
didn't
you
think of
stop
it,
being
you know?
such a raving homosexual, I've just asked you a question. What was the point of your film? What message were you trying to get across? None of us can pass the message of your film. We're all too stupid, Will. So we would like you to explain the point of your film for us.
I don't think that's true. I mean, you guys have to give
Well,
yourself
your
a little
film is
credit.
incomprehensible and it sucks, okay? Nobody knows what the fuck you were trying to say. So we are asking you, what were you trying to say?
I really just would rather first know what you thought of it to start.
Okay, I've just told you. I've
Incomprehensible.
got
There's
no
no way we
fucking
start
idea
locking this early.
what you were trying to
What
say
was
with
it
this
that,
film. I can see that you were saying something, trying to say something about the dangers of AI, maybe, but you never really made an actual comment on it, and you don't seem to understand the issues very well. So that's about where my understanding of this ends. So clearly, I'm not able to pass what's going on. So I would like you to spell it out for me.
No, it's fine. That's to start. Yeah, the dangers of AI. Basically, I think that people are not really aware of how good some of the AI technology is currently, and then it's the idea that the way that AI technology is currently, it's the worst that it's ever going to be. Like the quality of AI is just going to keep increasing over time. We can argue if it's going to be exponential or not, but it's just going to keep getting better. And as a society, we already have kind of a large issue with determining like what's real and what's fake, just within news media and things like that. And I'm not really sure if people are prepared for, you know, sheeple to be, you know, ordered around by fake images created by AI at, you know, at a pretty low cost. So
Okay, well, on that, Will, can you explain the difference between AI, deepfake, and digital de-aging, which applies to the Hollywood examples you used in your short film?
Oh?
I'll let me then.
DDC? I thought my internet was bad.
Well, seems that Will has passed.
The dangers of AI.
What? They just leave?
oh my
We're going to
crashing.
stream up now.
No, he's crashing.
Crashed.
Yeah.
He's crashed.
What the fuck happened?
Oh my god.
Yo, this is the danger of AI.
You got the call.
Somehow.
Well, I guess we're just here waiting. I'll repeat the question for him when he's back.
What the fuck
Yeah.
happened?
So,
Kuihman, did you open the box?
so what did he say? So the point of his
Like,
film
am I-
was the dangers of AI
Like,
and
what?
that it's just going to keep getting worse.
I disconnected,
And
so
then-
Discord crashed.
I guess the whole thing with
Very
the
novel
box is
take.
that we should carefully think
That's
before
so
we do
stupid.
any
My God,
advances.
Discord
Yeah,
is trash.
I'm just curious how the
That
box
is so
ties
fucking
in.
annoying.
To why it was relevant.
Okay, well, I guess let me restart Discord.
Why is the box relevant to everything's going to keep getting worse with AI? Maybe jot that down for a follow-up.
It's Discord
Please,
crash.
Restarting. All right, sorry about that, gang. I'm just gonna like because the none of
He's
them
saying
have cam,
gang
I'm not
now.
gonna
He's-
run my
he
cam
pick- he's
either,
picked
so I'll
up
just save
gang.
Fucking system resources or whatever.
I think he's always.
Although I don't really think that was the issue. Like, I
All
just kinda
part of
said
the
that.
ARG.
That's pretty stupid.
Alright, dragging him in.
Hey, sorry about that. I don't know why
Welcome
my
back, Billy.
Discord just crashed.
No worries.
Hey, so I'm sorry. Well, oh, nice, the claps. That's great. So anyways, I'm sorry. So de-aging, Robert De Niro, deepfakes, Fast and the Furious. What was the third one
yeah,
that you said?
Yeah. So I said, can you explain the difference between AI, deepfake, and digital de-aging? I didn't ask you for an example of one of each. I asked you, can you explain the difference? What is the process?
The process and like what exactly? And like creating these things or what?
What the things are?
Okay.
And
Well,
how they're
AI
different from
is
one another.
artificial. Yeah, sure. AI is artificial intelligence. Deepfakes are specifically using algorithms
Okay,
to.
you've just said AI is AI. Could you just actually explain what it is?
Well, right, but I mean, there's technically like different flavors to AI, and the way there's like different ways that they create AIs and train them.
Well, that would be part of your definition.
What does the term AI or artificial intelligence mean?
Right. I am not pretending to be like a computer scientist that has like a scientific knowledge of these things. I understand it very much more like on a layman's basis. But okay, so for instance,
Layman's
like
okay.
I know, yeah, I mean, okay, so the way that I understand it mostly is just as it pertains to large language models and like the image generation. So, do you want me to just talk about that? Do we want me to ramble?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Will.
Okay, so like large language models, they basically
Feel free to
they
turn your
have
camera
this
back
very
on,
large.
by the way.
It's okay. I'm just gonna save resources because my Discord is being stupid.
Alright, go on.
So yeah, so large language models, they train them on this, large amount of text, and then they have like, basically people that, kind of help the model along for a little bit, because we have to have human input to actually train it on, the initial set of data. So basically, there's like a large series of like humans that are tagging this data, and then they create a, neural network, which is basically like a large, collection of computers and servers and things. I'm not going to pretend that I know exactly how all that works out. I'm not a computer scientist. But basically the way that a large language model works is it's just trying to predict what is the most likely, letter to go next, one after another, after you ask it an input. So that's kind of how the current large language models work. You ask it a question, it goes through this large neural network, and it tries to just predict what letter goes after the other. It's pretty unsophisticated in that way. And then, for instance, with like DALL-E, there's kind of this process of like it starts with like a base, you give it a prompt. It's been trained on this huge library of images that have also been tagged by humans initially. Either through like the CAPTCHA, like when you fill out a CAPTCHA, they sell all that data to the AI companies as free tagging. So when you're doing like a DALL-E, it starts off, you give it a prompt. It uses some of the similar large language model technology to initially like kind of figure out what to do, and then it starts with like a base image, and then basically it keeps like adding, or it kind of starts out as like a pixelated version of itself, and it's like refining the pixels after each pass basically until you get an image, and you can kind of define like how many passes you want it to go through and other things like that. And that's kind of my full knowledge on that.
So what's a
Sure.
deep fake then?
Well, a deepfake is just, I mean, there are like a variety of ways to create deepfakes. Then deepfakes are just, replacing, it's kind of like the action of replacing somebody's face, or voice in some cases, with something else using an algorithm to do that, to train the data to, map onto somebody's face.
And what is digital de-aging?
Well, I mean, it's like creating a deepfake, but the deepfake that you're creating is a younger version of the person that you're, deepfaking.
Okay, so
the way that I understand it is like they track
oh,
like blemishes and things, like they use, they face track like blemishes and things like that using, a model so that someone doesn't have to sit there and like manually keyframe the whole thing. And they train it, and then, they can like run, I mean, like even in like Lightroom, I can go in and open a photo and I can, get rid of, like skin blemishes and things like that. But not, I'm not saying like with a tool. Like you can actually go through and just, like increase the, or decrease, excuse me, the size of the pores, and things like that. And it's like an image wide thing. Reduce the grain and such.
Okay, so I've just got a question pertaining to your video description here. You say, in this video, I explore an AI narrative of one of the potential pitfalls to someone having access to an incredibly powerful artificial intelligence, and what we might do as a society when suddenly everyone has access to that power. What pitfall do you think you explored in the video, Will?
That eventually everyone will have access to an AI that isn't connected to anything other than their own home computer or the computer that's in their pocket. And that means that the AI will potentially be unfiltered. And then that means you can theoretically ask this all-powerful thing to, ask it whatever you want to get whatever data you want and also generate whatever you want. Let your mind wander.
Okay, so sort of on that note, why did you decide to insert a segment of you talking about your opinions to the camera instead of trying to convey the same points through the narrative? Is this due to incompetence, or was this an artistic choice?
I would say it was obviously a bit of a loaded question there. It was obviously an artistic choice. Breaking the fourth wall, right?
So you think it makes your film better that you, as opposed to exploring this through the narrative, you instead decided to just do sort of like a short film preamble and then shift into like a regular YouTube video?
Do
You think that's an improvement over the alternative as in an artistic sense?
For this particular video, obviously, or else I wouldn't have put it in the video.
Okay, well, why did you have a book titled The Tale of MrGirl on your table? Did you already own and read the other books, or just buy them as props?
Well, you see, I'm writing a book series, actually. So it's a follow-up to the Destiny Report, and it's going to be called the MrGirl Report, and it's going to be a trilogy. They're all going to be Tolkien-sized novels, Bible-sized text.
So there was no real reason for the Tale of MrGirl thing. You just sort of put that on the table because you like MrGirl.
It's a cameo.
I'm writing a series of novels.
There is no way you're writing a series of novels about MrGirl.
Time will tell.
Jesus fucking Christ. Did you ask Destiny to voice in the film, or was it always meant to be an AI voice? Do you see any moral issues with using a replication of his voice without his consent? Is this not what SAG are currently fighting against?
I did not ask his permission, and yes, there is a moral issue with using it without asking his permission.
But you
and
didn't
yes,
explore that.
It does directly correlate with what's going on with the SAG. Well, I mean, obviously, think about it. I've been making this for months, right? Like, this was before they even went on strike. It just kind of happened to line up that way. That a lot of this.
So you think there is a moral issue with that, but you did it anyway?
Yep.
Okay. So did you ask Destiny to voice in the film, or was it always the AI voice?
It was always the AI voice.
Okay. How was
it wasn't Destiny originally.
Okay.
Who
was it originally? Okay. How was the F-bombs conversation relevant to the rest of the video? Why did we hear the voice of F-bombs on the phone, but not your girlfriend?
That is just a bit of like a production thing. I probably, looking back on it, I probably actually should have gotten my girlfriend to that first part because it would have been more consistent. But the way it kind of works out is that you don't hear my girlfriend on the phone call. You hear F-bombs, but then you don't hear the third phone call at all. You just hear the phone ring. So, yeah.
Okay. Is there significance to that?
Just creative significance to what? Why I didn't have my girlfriend do the first voice?
Well, do you think that there's like significance to the fact that you don't hear the first phone call, you do hear the second, and then you don't hear the third?
Yes, there is.
Okay. How
What
much
would
does
that
your
be?
girlfriend
Wait,
know
what-
about your
what-
presence
what is that?
online? Oh, go for it. Yeah,
What
go.
is
What
that
is the
significance?
significance? That's a good question. Yeah.
See, I
Because
don't.
I
I
missed
hate
it.
explaining everything. I hate explaining everything.
Okay, that's what you're
Like,
here for right
It's
now. Well,
it's not very good. I guess yeah, it's fine. That's true. That is kind of what I'm here for. This isn't really that big a deal. It's kind of supposed to
Maybe
symbolize this idea of like, and it also I didn't translate it very well, so that's why everybody's asking about it. So fuck me. Like I should have been better. It's kind of like there's a dishonest aspect to like privacy sometimes. Like to be private is to exclude knowledge from other people. And like there was, on the phone call, like I'm technically not honest to my girlfriend. She's like, why are you, like you can imply that what she asked me on the phone was like, why do you ask? And I'm like, oh, no reason. Like I'm trying to elude, from her knowing what I'm, what's up. And that's kind of like, when we get back to the, where I break the fourth wall and I ask you, like, does your level of privacy change, your opinions about the box? Yeah, that's kind of how that related. Obviously not very well, but
okay, so how much did your girlfriend know about your online presence? What does she think about it?
she knows everything about my online presence.
She knows like
just go
Chud bullying you and all these sorts of things. Does she know about spicy chat? You ever talk to your
Oh
girlfriend
my
about
God.
spicy chat?
Yeah, she's aware.
What does she
What-
think about spicy
Yeah,
chat?
what do you think about that?
I don't think she has a real opinion.
Okay, well, why did you model the metaphor by portraying the box as both Schrodinger's and Pandora's? What was the relevance of quantum mechanics?
Quantum mechanic aspect is the observer effect part. The idea is that you don't know what's inside the box. Like I don't know what's inside the box, even if someone tells me what's inside the box. Like these are all elements to the observer effect with inside quantum mechanics. And that's kind of
those
what I'm
aren't really
exploring
elements of the
with-
observer effect. So
Okay, that's
the
we
observer
can
effect,
debate
which
that
you're
later, but-
trying
oh
to
my
talk
God.
about here is, I mean, can I just really quickly, because I want to be clear, because most
Sure,
people don't know what the
absolutely.
observer effect is.
Sure, go
It's
for it.
that when something is observed, and we're talking about like quantum particle shit, so it's not like a person or whatever, it changes the measurement of it. So
Ah, Jesus Christ.
the problem with this is it includes measurement devices. It's not about people's observation of it. So I don't understand the relevance of it in connection with.
So okay, so hey, when Schrodinger was talking about Schrodinger's cat, was he actually like trying to reference like a real cat, or was that an analogy for something else?
Analogy, right?
Correct. So you understand that there have been multiple thought experiments that have been created after this Schrodinger's cat thing that are just as relevant to the observer effect. Like, it's not just. We're not just talking about particles and waves. Like, yeah, that's a very like base level way of looking at this. I'm trying to talk about just the greater thought experiment here. Do you understand that?
Okay, well, you used the term observer effect, so I figured
Correct.
that there would be some sort of quantum mechanics in there. Otherwise, you're just kind of
Sure.
using
Yeah,
concepts from
it's
it and
called-
applying it to somewhere where it doesn't normally apply.
Yeah, it's called the many worlds interpretations. The many worlds interpretation. That's what it's called. Okay. Observer
No.
But
state.
this has nothing to do with
when
many
opening the
worlds.
box, the observer becomes entangled with the cat. So observer states corresponding with the cat being alive and dead are formed. Each observer state is entangled or linked with the cat, so that the observation of the cat's state and the cat's state correspond with each other. Quantum decoherence ensures that the different outcomes have no interaction with each other. The same mechanism of quantum decoherence.
Are you
is
reading a
also
wiki
important
right
for
now?
the I am, because it's literally just this base level. Like I don't.
Yeah.
know
Okay.
what
So
to
no,
actually
I
argue
understand. I
about
understand
this.
both
explain it
Schrodinger's
yourself
box
then. Why'd you
and
have to-
the observer effect. I'm trying to find the connection to what that definition that you just gave has to do with the box in your video and what that has to do with AI.
I mean, there's several through lines, and that's one of them. It's the idea
Oh,
that
whoa.
when AI comes, okay, when I have my own personal AI that can literally generate and do basically whatever I want, and you and Cox Digital Cable, you know what I mean, and whoever else, the powers that be, they don't know what is going on my computer because it is its own little closed off machine, and people will be
Okay,
able
but what
to
does
do
that have to do with
Okay,
the
so
observer
no,
effect?
you want so I will so you will not know what is going on inside of my computer unless you actually physically observe it. And I could be doing horrible things on this computer. You could be doing horrible things on your computer. Things that we were not able to do before we had AI. And the question is, how do I know that you have this horrible shit on your computer or not? I would have to
Sure,
see
but that's not what observation means. It means measurement here. So any measuring of like
Okay,
any
I
of
mean,
the data.
you're being pedantic. Can we move on?
No, I'm being accurate.
Okay.
So let me. I thought like, well, you were going for like in like Schrodinger's box. Like, is the cat alive or dead? Could be a metaphor. Is will we use the AI in the box for good or evil? Is that what you're going for, Will?
That too. Absolutely.
Why did you not stick with one metaphor? Why did you decide to start throwing in Pandora's box at like 75% of the way through the video?
I threw the Pandora's box metaphor 5% in a video. I'm pretty sure when I broke the fourth wall.
So
That's
I said 75% of the way through the video.
Oh, excuse
so
me.
yeah, when you
It's the Pandora's box is that we've unleashed it into society already. Like, it's already been opened. Like, that's the Pandora's box metaphor, is that, where there was this box that had all of the sins of the world, and then once someone opened it, it was already unleashed, and there was nothing to put it back into the box. We've already opened Pandora's box. Now the real question is, like, do you have a piece of the evil from Pandora's box, or do you have a piece of the good that was inside?
I think
of
the
it?
Pandora's box metaphor kind of falls flat, given the fact that there's diminishing returns and this sort of thing, and that to have about half the errors from AI, you will need 500 times the computational power. Which I think that kind of falls flat. Like, it doesn't really feel like we've opened Pandora's box. It seems like it will slow down very rapidly as we start improving on it.
I am willing to make a bet that we're going to be having really strained conversations about the ramifications of AI in the next 5-10 years. Probably less than that.
I mean, but it does require 500 times the computational resources to reduce the errors by half. Currently, okay.
Well, here's. I mean, okay, and you're like, oh no, we're gonna need more power. It's like, okay, like I believe that we have access to power that people don't even.
But the power scales exponentially while the progress slows, right?
Yes.
So it kind of grinds to a halt unless we develop some insane new machines that become hugely available.
Do you really think that's not going to happen? Like, you don't think that people are pouring billions of dollars into this shit, and we're not?
That seems to be what educated people think on the topic. I mean, if you like two years ago, we were being told that Web3 was going. Well, yeah, you're listening to Lex Friedman, other people listening to like, actual professionals. But the point is that we were being told like 2 years ago that Web3 was going to take over everything, and yet it's here we are.
Web3 was like, what about Web3 didn't take over? Like, I honestly, I'm ignorant. That's why I'm asking. Like, I thought doesn't most of the benefits of that system we're currently using them, right? Like,
yeah, like what?
We're currently in Web 2, by the way.
Yeah.
Are we? Okay. Shit. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't really use Bitcoin in my everyday life or any blockchain type.
Oh yeah, that's why I was asking. Is that really like the only benefit to Web3 is that it has the integration with crypto stuff and like the blockchain? Is that
it's about proof of work and all that shit in it, but
and decentralization.
Wait, Will, I have a question about the Pandora's box thing. Are you using only the negative aspects of the Pandora's box, like myth story, or is there a part? Like, do you know what the last thing left in Pandora's box was?
I'm gonna be honest. This was like a throwaway line in my movie.
Okay.
With many other things. Like, we're really narrowing down on this one here, guys.
It was hope, but I think the hope was still described as evil.
The reason that we're trying to narrow it down is because we still don't understand what it's supposed to be about. So we're trying to dig deeper and find like what you were actually trying to get across, because we don't understand.
Yeah, we can
I
continue
believe
with
that
the question.
AI is the Pandora's box that has been unleashed into the world. It's as simple as that. Okay, next question.
Can we?
Yeah, sure. Did you really feel the full Atriox segment was necessary?
Yeah. Look, what? Oh my God! Like, could I have been nitpicky and maybe trimmed? No, you know what? No, honestly, I enjoy that full segment.
I just think every
it's
segment
really
in the
funny.
video outstays its welcome. Like,
Okay,
but it's
you're
funny.
probably
But everyone's seen it, and like 6 months ago, everyone's already gotten their laughs out about it. So it's not reaching any new viewers. Let's be honest. So
I didn't put it in there to reach new viewers. I just thought it was relevant and interesting.
I mean, the video as a whole is not reaching new viewers, but that's okay. I just want to comment that I found the angry revving immediately after very funny. That was a funny part of the video. I'm not sure if you intended that to be comedic, but it was very funny watching you go, well, this is disgusting. They will just care if they got caught, and then revving your engine and speeding angrily. You don't really have a personality to carry it, I'm not going to lie. But that's a side comment. That's a side comment.
You know, Kuihman, if we ever hang out in real life, I can take you in the Camaro and we can go do some donuts and some burnouts.
I will not be hanging out with you in real life, but that's okay. Why didn't you clean your phone screen before recording it? Also, why didn't you clean your coffee table before recording it?
Wanted to give you the real Will and his channel experience.
So you just don't clean your phone screen or coffee table very often? Okay.
Well, you know, I don't just, you know, very specifically before I put it on the case, you know, if I'm driving off somewhere.
But you surely you drove off knowing you were going to film, right?
I mean, people. I have my webcam on. I have my webcam on my screen. Like, you can look inside my house. It's pretty clean.
But your coffee table and
What is
phone
your
screen.
table? Do me a favor, Kuihman. Can you turn your camera on and can you show us what your table looks like in your house?
No,
right
I cannot turn my camera on. I'm not on the camera tonight.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's not because you're just surrounded by filth, is it?
Yeah, I'm surrounded by filth. I never clean. I have a coffee table covered in ash. That's the situation I'm in, much like you will.
Nice.
So how did you spend 6 months on this and still manage to misspell Schrodinger in the intro?
How did I spend? It's been 4 months since my last release. How did I spend 6 months?
4 months, not 6 months. Okay. How did you spend 4 months on it and still manage to misspell Schrodinger?
Yeah, you know, shit slips through the cracks sometimes. That is rather fucking unfortunate. Although there is kind of a running theme now in all of the videos that there is one subtitle error in every fucking video. It's just a damn shame that it happened in the title sequence. It's just, you know, you sit down, you edit a video over and over and over and over again, and it's just even the goofiest shit sometimes slips through.
Your videos are certainly full of goofy shit. I have to agree with you there, Will. What was the relevance of Patrick Stewart? Is it just a voice you like, or was there a deeper significance?
Yeah, I just really fuck with Patrick Stewart.
Okay, well, my last question: how was this an ARG?
To be continued.
Okay.
So wait, so this is not the end of the AI child porn box story.
Child porn box.
Based.
Can we get a release date on the sequel, perhaps?
It won't be a sequel.
Spin-off?
Alternate timeline?
F-Bomb's solo movie?
God, wow. All excellent ideas. I might have to hire you guys for the production on the next one.
I don't think you have the money to hire us.
Very true.
Well, you couldn't pay an editor, so I don't think you can hire a whole team.
Very true.
So I've got some, I don't know if you want to pull up the screen share quickly. We have some videos we want to go through with you, some tweets and bits like that. This is still being prepared by Bug Squander, so.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, go.
Wait, I also have a question.
If anyone wants to jump in now, this is a good time to do it.
Yeah, are we opening the floor in the green room as well?
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
green room is open if you want to ask questions, if Will's around for it, and then we'll move on to the Bug Squander section.
So,
Can he go
Will,
first?
What is the Bug Squander section? What is that?
Oh, we have Stale here. Stale is a self-proclaimed AI expert, by the way.
I saw this guy chatting in the chat. That's awesome.
Maybe he can clarify the 5 to 10 years thing that you were talking about, arguing with Kuihman about.
Sure. I mean, I just had a couple questions about like the actual topic, which is AI. So the only problem that you brought up was deepfakes. I'm curious, what is your opinion on the other problems people have with AI? So a common one would be, do you have an opinion on the Udowskis or the rationalists or the AI safety versus ethics debate? Basically, the people think AI is going to end the world. But do you have an opinion on that?
like the people that think we need to like bomb the data centers.
Yeah, those guys.
Like
that was the most famous one.
Yeah, that one's pretty funny. Fuck. It's kind of tough, you know. As doom and gloom as I make the video, right, where I'm like, I almost make it more like my intent was more to be like a PSA. Like, I don't think that people really understand like how good some of this shit is, and it's just in its infancy. Like, I am infatuated with like ChatGPT and Bard and these things. Like, I just think they're like incredible. And I think that overall, like over a long enough period of time, I think that the AI will like be good for us. I just don't really like know how. So no, I'm not for the bombing of the data centers. I kind of just want people to be aware that like this shit is going to exist and this is going to happen and people will be able to do this. And then the real question is like, so what do we do now? Do we have to like install an AI on everybody's like individual computer that like reports back to another central AI that like lets people know like what you're doing on your computer at all times and like, you know, shit like that?
Okay, I guess it's kind of related to that. Do you have an opinion on the open source versus kind of closed source nature of AI? Because basically there's kind of like two frames. There's like, okay, the open AI, which it's actually closed AI, versus kind of the open source stable diffusion model.
Right, like Llama, right? That's the one that Facebook did that's open source, correct?
Yeah, but there are AI ethics questions about either of these models, right? Do you have
definitely.
an opinion on that? Yeah.
Okay, so like first opinion is that it's really scary. Second opinion is that it's the only way that we'll be able to save ourselves from the other AIs. Is that we each need to be able to have an individual AI that is fairly powerful, like up to snuff. That way it can, you know, combat against the negative shit of the global overarching AI. So we need the actual open source AIs to exist. Because, I mean, it's just like with all things, right? It's like the modders for Skyrim. Like, they make better shit than the fucking Bethesda. I think the people, once they open up AI, the people that, you know, start getting their hands on it are going to make better shit than OpenAI and stuff like that. Especially just with the rapid increase in, like, processing power and stuff that we're all eventually going to be able to have access to. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can spend, like, $15,000 and you can get a system that can run, like, the full Llama just by itself. At your house and have it be like very responsive. That cost is going to go down. And then obviously Llama is going to get better and there are going to be more people releasing other AIs. And I think it's really just going to snowball. And I don't know. There are going to be bad parts and there's going to be good parts. And I wanted to just try and highlight one of those bad parts in my video that I don't think people are really aware of.
Okay, and then I guess one more AI related question. Do you have an opinion on the slowdown AI letter that was announced a couple months ago?
Yes. I say no, because the thing is that even if we sign it and even if the United States did it, China and Russia are not stopping, and China is our big number one competitor in the AI space. So, no.
Okay, that's all I had for now. I don't know. I thought I'd get the topic back to AI. You
guys wait, what? You got anything else? Those were good questions.
What's your opinion on the 5 to 10 years thing that they were talking about earlier? Do you think AI is like on this dooming precipice?
Okay, so, I mean, yeah, I'll give my opinion of that. Basically, in San Francisco, there's like a cult going on run by Eliza Udowski. They're called the Rationalists. And they literally think that AI is going to kill everybody or something. But they never explain it. That they kind of they say like, oh, you don't know, it could destroy the world in 1,000 different ways, but it's almost like unfalsifiable. So they never like argue in favor of it, if that makes sense. They never like put out the positive claim that the world will end because of AI. So that's my opinion on that topic. Is I just always hear people say, doom and gloom, whatever, but they don't really explain exactly how it happens. I guess the one in Will's favor, he at least brought up one thing, which was deepfakes. I guess that's an interesting problem that could be solved. But you need to give specific details and specific worries instead of just saying AI bad, if that makes sense.
Okay, I guess here's the thing. So currently we are we already do not have the information space right now is very fucked, and there's so much information floating around, and humans are not really capable of determining like what is true and what isn't true anymore. We do not have the ability to instantaneously determine fact from fiction, just because there's so much shit floating around. Now, I see, and this is all shit that's created mostly by humans now. So, what is going to be able to happen when someone is able to basically train an AI to just sit and crank this shit out full speed 24/7? That is a really big concern for me. The disinformation.
Sure. Yes. That's another one. The response to that, to like the disinformation and infinite free disinfo would be twofold. Counter response number one would be, okay, you have AI to create disinformation. What about AI to detect information? We can detect the deepfakes maybe easier than you can create it. And then the second counter response was, we kind of already had infinite disinformation already with like I don't know, bot farms or whatever. I guess maybe this makes it easier, but it's not necessarily, or maybe maybe disinfo is twice as bad, but it's still not world ending probably.
The bot farms, the bot farm is like a ant compared to what AI is going to be able to do. You know, like the AI is going to be able to analyze the fucking conversion rate on the shit that you click, and then train itself on that data to make sure that it can push out better data to more people. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is going to be extremely targeted.
All right. We're gonna move into Kenny wanted to add something, I guess.
Wait, hold on. I'm enjoying the conversation with this guy. Like, do you disagree with that? Like, do you not think that AI
Well, do you enjoy it because this guy's a plant? This is not a real character. This is a GTA created character. Get him out of here. Let's rotate our guests.
Well, we're gonna move on because we got other stuff to get to.
I think you should send him a friend request.
Yeah, you guys should have a 1v1 on your stream. Yeah.
I would love to talk about AI, sure.
Let's do it.
All right, thank you for coming on still. All right, Kenny wanted to ask something, and then we'll move into the Bugs Wonder stuff.
All right, so for the video, there's like two main things. One part you were talking about the AI in everyone's house, but the other part was the narrator talking about how AI will replace us. Which one is the more concerning one to you, and which one was like more of the main focus of the vid?
Okay, so just to clarify, basically like AI will replace us versus what was the other one?
Everybody having AI in their house, using it for whatever they want to, or
okay, so the point with the Rod Serling part was, like, I don't think I really make a super big claim in the video that I think that AI is gonna, like, replace us. What I said in the Rod Serling part was that there's this expectation that the more that we automate things, like when we create robots and shit, that like the shitty jobs are gonna be the ones that go away. Like, we're just gonna, like, the things we're really trying to do, guys, is automate all the really hard, terrible jobs, right, that nobody wants to do. But I just think it's really interesting that what actually happened was, when all this AI stuff came out, the first jobs to go, or the first people to strike, the first people to put shit into contracts, was creative people. Like, the AI actually is targeting like our smartest and most creative division of the population, rather than the people that work the hardest and are the sweatiest, you know?
Well, it's targeting
physical
background
labor.
actors. They're not really very creative.
You know, the thing is, though, is that the people are background actors before they become big actors. So you're really kind of fucking
Okay,
up
well, it's
a
not
big
really
part of
targeting the
chain,
big
you know?
actors.
My question is done.
Do you hear what I just said, Boots?
I'm good.
Can you engage with what I just said? I said that before.
Why do you
people
get so
become big
angry when
actors,
Boots
they have to be-
specifically
Yeah, it's
speaks?
actually crazy.
Yeah, I mean, she
I'm
just
just
comes in and
asking.
interjects with dumb shit. That's the main reason.
I mean, that's what I think every fucking time you talk, Will. But still, I ask you questions and I'm expecting to get answers, and I engage with
Okay.
you honestly and openly.
Here's a question: Do big actors have to be small actors before they become big actors?
That's irrelevant. So the small
it's not.
actors
Why-
are the ones getting their roles. Those are the people being affected by AI. So they're being like doubled, right? So it's like
okay, correct. So could you imagine a future 10 or 20 years from now where perhaps the stream of of talent basically has been affected because it's really hard to make it's that much harder to make a living in LA because AI is now taking over your job and because they want to pay you like $2,000 for your likeness for the rest of their, for 20 years.
Okay, but that's a different question because you're talking about the creatives having their jobs taken. But all I'm saying is that background actors are not very creative.
Thing that you said about the big act, like you're like, oh, background actors aren't very creative. Well, they eventually become creative people that take bigger roles. So I'm scared of the ecosystem. Okay. Does that make sense?
I mean, no, but continue on.
Okay. Next question.
That's it for me.
Well, I think we'll now move into the Bug Squander section. Thank you guys for coming through that slog with us. And now, the interesting part.
Well, I mean, I've got one last question. Well, is the reason why you seem to hate women so much because you used to be one?
Yes.
Okay, the trans man allegations are confirmed. Guys, we got them. All right. Well, you're going to want to pull up the screen share for the rest of this conversation, I think. I'll give you a moment to start up your OBS if you feel that's necessary.
Am I supposed to watch the stream? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah.
The screen share.
On the screen share. On the screen share in Discord.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here.
Okay. So, I mean, first of all, we're going to go through really the sort of story of Will here, I think. So we've got, just to start us off, we've got, I believe this is your channel trailer, or used to be. Oh, this is from your MrGirl and Zherka doll. We've got, this is the intro to that. So we'll start.
Yeah, this is Will's first video. Oh, sorry, his last video prior to the Extreme Daddy Festo. So this is a virgin Will.
I have one more question before we get into all of this stuff. It's very important and it's kind of related. Okay. So if you were leaving the Twitch poll space, why did you DM so many people on Twitter to try and get them to watch your video on stream?
Gotta do that marketing, baby. As much as the space is pretty annoying, it's kind of my main audience as well. So
you're
not leaving Twitch poll?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, have I been doing anything for the past 4 months or? No.
Yes, working on this video for Twitch Politics.
I'm planning on leaving Spicy Chat as well as soon as we do our nice little stream. So,
you
guys can get it back. I know.
Let's carry on.
Okay. So, Bug, did you want to introduce us?
What up, guys?
Yeah, basically what I just said. This is Will's last video with the introduction prior to Extreme Daddy Festo. So this is Will before he'd really engaged with the larger space, before anyone really knew who he was. So this just gives us an idea of like who he is pre-cloud.
Guys, I'm Will, and this is my channel. I'm a new content creator, at least publicly. I've been making stuff off and on my whole life, but have really started taking it seriously during the pandemic, like a lot of other people. Some aspect of being a content creator is connecting with your audience, and there are many ways that people do this or don't do this. Some content creators rely on having a very direct one-on-one relationship with their audience. Picture vloggers, businesses that create social media presences, or streamers. They influence you primarily.
I just ask, why are you standing so awkwardly here? Could you, like, it seems like you're trying to look casual, but it's just like the hand on the hip and the firmly grasping the side here.
And also,
how many produced videos you've made?
And also, why are you doing this put on affected voice? What's that about?
And also, like, pointing directly at the screen for some reason. I didn't quite understand that either.
This man, wow, that's fine. I'm watching.
Answer in any order you see fit. By the way,
that's pretty great.
You can answer any question.
I'm definitely very like a stone in this fucking video. That's pretty funny. By hey guys, my acting got better, right? I mean,
no, not really.
No, not at all.
No, it didn't.
Come on now, come on. It's a little bit of an improvement. Come on.
I feel like this is better.
Wait, I thought this was intentional.
Really?
Like, I thought the autistic awkwardness was sort of like the vibe that you were going for.
I mean, it's as intentional as I can make it, I guess.
So it was intentional.
So not very intentional.
pretending to be retarded.
About their life or the inner workings of their business. As the audience, we get closer to them by either relating or craving. We all partake in this voyeuristic activity, should we choose to watch. What a...
Well, that's a nice little intro to Will, before where Will comes from. So, immediately after, yeah, very interesting stuff. Immediately after the Extreme Dad video comes out, one of your, well, not immediately, but you showed up on the MrGirl hotline to speak to Destiny and MrGirl.
This is like inside the actor's studio, but like the Twitch autistic version.
Will, I have a question actually. Have you been following the Super Mega drama recently? You know anything about it?
No, not really.
Okay. So, would you consider the Extreme Daddy Festo Part 1 your magnum opus?
Is that the No, I think... No, I don't think so.
What would you consider your magnum opus?
Probably the Feudalistic Hierarchy of Online poll, currently.
Just because it got the most views, or because you think it was your best work?
It was... I think it was my best work at the time. I mean, I think the new video is the best video, but... it's just, there's just a lot of growth. There's a lot of my soul in that video. So yeah.
Hey Will, can I ask you why you're so vitriolic towards me?
I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, but like everybody in this call hates you. And I tried to help you for a while, so I don't know why you're directing your rage towards me.
I'm gonna be honest, Boots, I'm just not a fan. I don't really want to go into
Yeah, you said that already. I'm asking for more clarification. Because I don't know why you would be a fan of Kuihman or DK or Styler or Bug.
Yeah, I literally took money from you. Boots didn't do that.
There's something about DK. As much as I dislike DK, there's something about him,
Yeah, Boots. Yeah, he's so smart. Yo, Boots, quantum mechanics? Can you guess where the electrons are in your room right now?
Yeah, tell me where every electron is right now.
Well, there's only one electron. That's the theory.
Anyway, let's carry on.
Okay, we'll watch a little bit of this. I think we'll save for the whole thing. We might pay out the stream.
Not to be a jerk, I have to leave at 3:30, so just FYI.
When's that? Is that?
That's okay. Your presence isn't really required.
Okay, that's fine. It's in 37 minutes. So.
Okay, got you. All right, that's all good.
Okay. Well, let's start taking callers. You want to take some calls?
Oh fuck!
Yeah, go for it. Hit me up.
This is a banger. Classic Will.
All right, baby. Whenever you're ready. I think I know who the first caller is. I think it's Will. So I'm gonna just drag Will in. All right.
Oh shit.
Hey.
I was so nervous. Had to be the first fucking person.
Hey. Hey. You ready?
I am ready. One sec.
Oh.
What's up, Destiny and Max?
Hi.
Hey. Why are you calling him
Destiny
by his
I'm sorry,
name,
I know.
but calling me by my government name?
I feel like I'm closer to you, Max, even though that's just the parasociality kicking in,
Okay. Yep.
But
all right. What would you like to talk about?
I think I'm gonna call him Steven though. That does seem more natural. Steven, I got a thing I want to talk to you about first.
Jesus
so
Christ.
I am the
So
author.
fucking cringe.
I'm Will and his shitty channel, author of the Extreme Daddy Festo. My Extreme Daddy Festo was in your browser tab for 2 days, and you didn't watch it. You were like this close to watching my video. What happened, man?
What was it about?
It was about a loser internet nerd that you banned 3 years ago from your Discord. Extreme Dad.
Yeah.
Is that too obscure content?
It's a lot of stuff for a guy that's genuinely a little bit scary to me. I don't know what your guys' like association with him is or anything, but like the reason why I banned that dude is because I think he was making like what appeared to me to be pretty legitimate death threats to me, or other people.
Really?
So I gotta, yeah.
Like you would have classified them as legitimate death threats. Like that's. I mean, you've obviously interacted with a lot of.
How is Destiny managing to look worse than Will in his channel here?
I
planned out his streets.
Mapped them out. This was pretty brutal, but this was good eye opener though for like. This really did change like my way that I think about very, very extremist people like Nick Fuentes.
So you don't stand by your
you gotta
opinion?
get slapped in the face. No, God, Lord.
You don't think Joe
Absolutely
Biden
not.
should have lunch with Nick Fuentes, which is what you argued in
Especially,
in this video,
holy fuck, especially not now. I mean, Jesus Christ. No, we can.
I mean,
not
I've
a good idea.
I've got a couple of questions here. Will, are you aware of how little time Max seems to have for you? Do you notice how like short he is in instances where he's kind of thrust into a conversation with yourself? Do you notice this at all?
Yeah, he's not really a fan.
No,
Yeah,
he's not, is he? No. Okay, and another thing as well, as a self-confessed fan of Destiny, why did you think your first opportunity to speak to him would be a good idea to try and suck a bit of clout out of him by talking about the fact that your video was sat in his tabs for a while?
I don't think I was thinking about clout per se. I actually thought it was. What did I actually?
You were personally hurt by the
You were
fact that
always
he
thinking
didn't watch the
about
video.
clout. Come on.
I mean, that's why I'm here right now.
Right.
Oh,
so saying that you
such
weren't
a
thinking about clout is.
Well, this
so
is
classic.
this does lead into this next clip because, I mean, if you'd have made a better first impression, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But we'll let everyone see.
We'll just play this clip. I think this is one of my personal favorites.
I went to that fucking
this is a good
steak
one.
house and you weren't fucking there.
Dude, do you
Let
know
me
what?
walk across the city.
You know why Jill and I are mad at you?
Wait, is Jill your girlfriend?
Yeah, they charged me $700 and $750 for Wagyu, 2 plates.
Yeah, what if you're getting authentic Wagyu beef, it's gonna be like $200 like per 2 slices, like for a few ounces. Yeah.
But dude, I had to I couldn't back down.
Yeah, no, you can't back down.
So there we go. Moving into frame.
Peering
the menu
from
of
the
the
bushes in the
prize.
distance.
You just snuck that photo of us.
You're good. It's a conference. That's what they do.
Okay, no,
here.
that's fine.
You're
That's
fine.
I'm really weird.
No, you're good. It's a
No,
conference.
it's fine.
People are here to
catch
take
a
pictures.
predator as well.
How many people have you told that you are really weird to, Will? How often
I'm really
does this
weird.
happen? How often does this
You know,
happen?
Maybe more often than I'd like to admit, probably.
You should stop
Will,
talking
can
about
I-
yourself like that. It's
can I
very
ask
weird.
you, how tall are you, Will?
Yeah.
Out of curiosity.
Not tall enough to fight you in an MMA fight.
Okay.
I'm guessing around 5'8", right?
Yes.
Maybe 5'7". You seem slightly shorter than Destiny. He's about 5'8".
Yeah, I think it's 5'7". I think that's what's on my ID card.
Okay. Glad we got an answer on that.
Yeah, right. No, shut the fuck up. Stop. I'm trying to disassociate with these negative things, okay?
Yeah, well, I would dissociate if Nick beat me in a debate every single time.
Oh
too.
yeah, every single time.
The most recent
Oh, that
time,
aged
at least.
poorly. Yeah, that aged very poorly.
Classic.
So, then we've got obviously some stuff from TwitchCon here. You got to meet your heroes.
Yeah,
very-
I actually,
very
you know what's
cute.
funny is it's such a bummer that me and Chud burned the bridge so hard because I have these really cool film photos that I took besides these, and those will probably never see the light of day.
Let's
It's gonna
be, let's be clear. You burned the bridge, right?
I mean, I think that ChudLogic was kind of a dick, but he was a bit.
But you were acting like a bit of a snaky rat, weren't you?
You were saying that
we've got a folder for
Discord
that.
should be reported.
We can't
You
get
know
to
that,
it.
right?
Yeah, we'll get to that, I guess.
can,
I don't know if it's before Will has to leave.
Oh, we're on my history there. I'd like a comparison between these two pictures. I thought there's a lot of similarities. So let's get into this one. This is another all-time Will clip.
Oh man!
Again from TwitchCon.
This is a tough watch for me personally.
I think I'm gonna grab one of those really quick and come back. Yeah, okay for it. $5. Mate, okay. Is making money corny? There are certainly corny ways to make money. I don't know why I bother with these sometimes. I don't know what to say, man. Anyway, mate, listen, you need to fucking... I mean, do you want to tell them about your idiotic things that happened? My ass, didn't you?
Oh, $300. Is the pound
Okay,
that
Will's coming
down
back.
bad? What the hell?
There we go. Is that?
But no, the point I'm making is
freezing?
you had to spend $100 because you're an idiot
Yes.
today. So we need $100 back now.
Very
Let's
nice
fucking
house.
go.
I left my pass. This is not a fun story.
That was a pretty
Not
nice part
particularly
of
well
San
clipped.
Diego. Not gonna lie.
TwitchCon pass.
Well, it's got all the context. That's
Yeah, I was gonna. I didn't know how long we'd have as
I
well.
didn't have it. I brought everything else: gimbal, camera, fucking battery charger, everything. Shades. You know,
here he comes.
Right socks, right shoes.
Blinking in the
I
background.
left the fucking pass at home. And I got there, and I had heard that they'll replace it for you, and you gotta pay like a reprint fee or something like that. And I was like, whatever, it's 10, 20 bucks, I'll just pay it. I get down there, like, yeah, to reprint, we need to pay your charge full price. I'm like, damn.
The like, bottle cap clink on the ground.
And I was like, what about the partner half price discount? And they were like,
Chud,
what's the discount?
bro, Chud treating him like his son. Where's the bottle cap gone?
What's wrong with you?
It's so sick.
Will, you're getting kicked off the island. So you should go downstairs and hang out with. Talk about other stuff.
What?
Yeah, I'm kicking him off the island.
Why?
That's fine, honestly. Can I?
Because sometimes it feels good to hurt people. That's why.
Fucking okay.
Yeah,
It's not my decision, mate.
That's fine. It's his stream.
Tell someone else.
You want to say your channel name before you go?
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
No, you're not me, motherfucker. Just
He's
say
fucking
your channel
sobbing.
It's Will.
Crying on
Will
the inside.
Will and his channel.
name. Okay.
Appreciate y'all.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Okay. Cheers, mate. I'll come and catch up with you later. Yeah.
Check your time. Shit.
I just feel like we need to be more intimate with each other.
Little fucking
Chud
rat.
is feeling so awkward.
Now, Will, we were given some inside information. Is it true that you basically just fucking bounced almost immediately after that happened? How long did you hang around at the party for?
I don't know.
Don't lie.
Hour and a half.
I have a question.
What?
Did you walk over there just to
What?
throw the bottle cap on the ground?
No, I popped it with my lighter and it flew on the ground.
Yeah, but you were sitting down and you were gonna pop it, but then you got up and you did it off camera.
I don't know
So-
why I did that. That was probably just me being really awkward. I don't really know why I did that.
Convenient.
Were you like nervous that you would fail to open it with your lighter on stream?
Maybe.
There's a
that's
little
what it
bit. It's a little bit emasculating when you can't pop a bottle open, isn't it?
Sometimes.
All right.
Okay, I think we'll move straight on to the drama Will had with Chud and the Discord broadly, just so we can make sure we get all this in, because I imagine we might spend a bit of time talking about this. We might move on to the rest of it afterwards, after Will's finished his time here, but for now we will move on to the spicy ban section. So, we're just a question, Will.
Namaste.
Just want to ask you. You obviously, I think you got involved with some of the Elder Drazi drama, didn't you? Behind the scenes a little bit.
I don't know.
Oh well, see, because it seems like a screenshot was leaked from Rita's server to Stardust that was later used by Stardust in a debate, correct? And portrayed as spicy chat.
I don't know about that, to be honest.
You don't know about that, no? Is that why you ghosted Rita when he asked you about it?
Did that happen?
Yes.
I'm gonna be
That's
honest.
actually really
like,
sad, actually, because Rita is one of the people who
been
like
with it.
always defended you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know anything about that.
You don't know anything about the fact that you're like the only person that would have like had contact with Stardust who would have had access to that server to leak that screenshot.
When do I have contact with Stardust?
Well, you're
When
in
do I
the
ever
Twitch bot
have
space.
contact
There aren't
with
really many
Stardust?
other streamers or content creators in that Discord, are there?
Like I
From what I know
literally I've never messaged Stardust anything except to like watch my shit.
Yeah. So you're saying you
That's literally-
categorically did not leak
Dude,
that screenshot
wait, do you
from
want me to
Rita's
show?
server?
I could show you the DMs with Stardust.
I
right now if you'd
don't
like.
trust you enough to
I mean, like,
know don't know what
literally.
platform they could be on. So I'm asking you, do you think
I mean,
you
for
leaked
real,
that
I don't even
screenshot
know.
or
What would I? No, wasn't me.
wasn't you?
Is that why I got kicked from the server? Makes a lot of sense.
I imagine so. Yeah,
look into it.
leaking screenshots to portray someone poorly is probably gonna get you kicked from a server. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
It's curious. It's curious that you're responding
Started
with
off
all
with
this
no recollection and then
incredulity,
all of a sudden- yeah.
and now all of a sudden you're remembering. Oh, I was kicked from the server, but then you didn't respond to Rita when he talked to you about it. So, what do you mean? Is that why I got kicked from the server? You would have received a
It just
DM.
seemed like, yeah, it probably just seemed like some weird online shit. I probably just wasn't interested.
Leaking private information is not online shit. That's very personal human thing.
I mean, if
Especially
you were the
someone
one to
put
leak,
their
then
neck
you
out
would be the one
defending you,
engaging
right.
in the weird online
Right.
shit. So
Like, it just seems odd how you're responding to everything with "I don't know," "I'm not sure," "Oh, I'm just weird." You seem not to know much of
a
anything.
strong case it does not
I
build.
think I said I'm just weird. That was the other video.
Yeah, but I'm calling out a pattern of behavior that you're like spineless. You're not like a person.
Yep.
So Will, yes or no?
What's the-
Did you or did you not leak or messages to Stardust?
No.
What was that giggle?
It was such a weird gay little.
I just like
Okay,
it's just funny. Like I literally always talk shit about Stardust. Like yeah.
So Kui, can you
I don't have a
explain
connection.
about it and why you think it's the case that he did?
Yeah, so it was. I believe Rita was
Very interesting.
saying something about Kilo, and Will is probably the one that leaked that, given he's the only one that would likely have connections to people in the space within that server, and was on that in that moment. He was on a big arc against Spicy Chat and the people involved. So I've got the tweets from the time here, obviously. So you say, at Irrational Chad, I hope the community you're breeding brings you joy and success at the exclusion of people that generally stand up for you. So Will, you're back here again. The moment you're getting you think you can get a bit of clout from it, aren't you?
Say what?
So you're back here again now that you think you can get a bit of clout from it, aren't you? So clearly, the idea that you're being excluded, like, you know, you're here farming it right now.
Correct.
So this is just, you don't really feel this is true then, right? Because you're not only sort of tacitly approving of us right now, but you're also farming clout from it and benefiting when it suits you.
You gotta know your audience. Gotta get
Well,
those
good.
views.
You think
You are admitting to having absolutely no spine. Okay.
Right, that you're just like formless. Do you think that building an audience of people who just like hate you is going to be beneficial in the long run? Like, you call yourself an artist. I don't know many artists who are just like hated, you know?
I think most artists are hated when you really think
No,
about
but
it.
they have
exclusively hated.
Exclusively hated. They've got a vast fan base.
Oh, it's okay. I don't feel like I'm exclusively hated. And
well, you
Well,
are though.
you know, most artists who are hated, who are still famous, have some sort of creative vision. I don't know if you have that, but just to be clear, this happened when you were banned from the community, and every other person who was active in MrGirl's server was banned from the community because they were doing like a bunch of reporting for Chud shit because MrGirl said
alluding to it.
Stuff has got to be really slow for bringing up the 4-month-old drama here. All right.
Yes, we're talking to you.
Yeah, this happened.
Yeah,
This
we're just talking
happened.
about all of
what
your
else we got?
drama.
Okay.
Yeah, this is your life, Will.
Well, Will, you are becoming a bit of a lolcow, aren't you? With the going back and forth and kind of making an ass
Becoming
of
is a
yourself
bit
every time you post a video.
unfair.
So like, it doesn't like things being
is pretty
like
enjoyable.
shit can be not slow and you can still laugh at lolcows. Like that's content in and of itself. You can do that
milk,
anytime.
hey, go get your milk. Let's go to the next screenshot. Let's go.
Yeah, so we got the next screenshot here. So Wick asks you, wait, what happened? And you reply, Chud just made it easier than ever to put this space in the rearview mirror. So this hasn't aged very well, has it?
He's driving in circles, I
mean,
believe. He's on a NASCAR track.
Correct. Yep.
As in, you're not going anywhere. You'll never go anywhere because you're driving in circles. To you?
Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell.
We are seeing.
We'll see.
So let's move on to the next screenshot here. So this is Mantis. I don't know. This is just funny, I guess.
Mantis owns you.
Mantis saying, "Well, let's start a hunger strike against Spicy Chat until we get let back in." Okay.
Mantis, only 7 months left on his prison sentence.
He should get a reduced sentence for good behavior. That's all.
1 more month and we'll call it.
His behavior has not been good.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't. He posts in fucking other servers, but he's banned from all the ones that we're all in.
So what? I don't have to see it.
Okay,
Officer.
Continue. This is not the Mantis episode.
This is not particularly relevant. I assume this is also just put in because it's funny.
Namaste, William.
Namaste, William.
Wait, does anyone see what it says on the bottom of that picture?
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Jewish people. I think Jewish people up here as well, and Jewish people over here.
Made, right?
No, Rita did not make this. I don't think.
Oh, I see.
No, he didn't.
We found it on Twitter.
Yeah, it was just a random Twitter post.
So here we've got Bug Squander replying to you. Congratulations, Will. Regardless of what's TOS, it's not even close. Stop crying. You've justified your removal by whining about it on Twitter. Oh, by the way, you've got a date tomorrow. Empty your schedule because Kuihman wants to chat. Don't be a bitch. And then Will, you reply, I make content. I am not content anymore. So, well, are you not kind of content right now? Is that not what's going on? Is this not possibly worse than a moderated debate with Wick?
You know what? I kind of was craving, having a little bit of a crave to come on stream and do this song and dance, and I had a pretty good time.
Beaten?
I'm having a good time so far.
He said craven.
So, Bogsconda says, until you fall on your face again and come crawling back. We've seen it before. Accept your lot and do as you're fucking told. And then you say, let's see how well this ages. I mean, I guess we're seeing how well it's aged right now. Because you have you have fallen on your face again, come crawling back, and accepted your lot.
The arc is forming. Okay. All right.
There's no arc.
What else we got?
It's a circle.
Excuse me, the parabola, the two parabolas are meeting. Okay, what else we got?
I mean, this is just you asking to be unbound to do research. So
Wait,
we've got
Will,
this.
why are you? Sorry, I have to interrupt.
Wait,
you're saying what else we got? But
what else is new? I mean, okay.
Yeah. So the issue is that whenever you get genuinely upset about things that people say, you elevate yourself above them and act like all of the shit that we're saying is something that's like totally irrelevant. It doesn't matter to you. You're just laughing at it all, and then you whinge about it later. And then you come after.
You're right. That does happen sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna happen today as well because you're laughing about all of this shit.
Doing it right now.
You came in here voluntarily to talk about all of this. You're still here, and is any of this a problem for you? And why are you even considering?
Holy shit! Why should I be having a problem? I think it's been a pretty decent time. You been having a good time, Boots, or what's up?
Yeah, I know. I don't think you're actually having a good time. I think that's just cope. But
I don't think you're. I don't think you're having a good time because I think you were hoping that you'd get more of a rise out of me.
No. So that's the problem though, because like that's what you think that I want, and that's what you think that Spicy wants. But really, we just want you to like give us genuine answers, and you're never genuine in here.
Okay.
So like sometimes we'll give you genuine criticisms. Like I give you genuine criticisms for ages. I'm the person who hounded you for ages about not paying your editor before any of this shit went on stream.
Yeah.
Is that why you hate me so much, or is it because of the ban?
I never should. I don't even care about that anymore. Never should have paid Max.
Yeah, you don't care about anything when you're confronted with it. That's the problem.
Yeah, so the issue, Will, is that you're kind of like Stardust, and like no one really expects to get a rise out of you because everyone kind of thinks you're a pathetic shrimp.
A punching bag.
Yeah, just a punching bag like Stardust.
It's
so
not
when
really
people start
about
coming
getting a
after you,
response
just
to
say,
a punching bag. It's just, you know.
Masturbation.
Nice.
Yeah, you just punch it.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're just like, yeah, cool. I am a total piece of shit retard.
Next. If
Next
really,
screenshot?
I mean, hey, what does that say about you? That you spend your time gathering all these screenshots about?
It means that I'm growing in power. I'm amassing in power. Well, we're getting stronger.
To be clear, Will, I spent exactly 0 seconds on
this. Would you rather
Will.
be the pathetic retards enjoying the pathetic retard? Fuck, I don't know. It's a hard choice. I mean,
I would rather enjoy life.
I'd rather be enjoying it. Yes.
What else we got?
I mean, obviously, this was sort of relevant to what was just said, really. I said, where's the honesty, Will? Aren't you a MrGirl fan? You can easily make an alt for research. And you proudly proclaim, I'm a Will and his channel fan. This is a bit of a cringe line, isn't it, Will? This is a little bit of a cringe line. Yeah? You reckon this is based? I'm a Will and his channel fan. You might be the only one, so...
Zoom in more.
Yeah, I try and get nicely framed for the stream, you know.
Based.
Do you deny being like a MrGirl fan, or?
No, why would I?
Okay.
Based.
I mean, it seemed like you were denying it there a little bit.
Explicitly avoiding the question.
Okay, we're back to the start of the Spicy Ban folder here, it looks like.
All right. What else we got?
Don't worry.
So this is Will is not content. This this section. So do online politics. Don't let online politics do you. create content, don't be content. So once again, this not being content thing, but this you've come on a stream that is just here. We're just here to mock you. Like, you are the content. You are being treated as a lolcow. You are a punching bag right now. I think all this stuff where you're like posturing as if where you're posturing as if you're like totally over it now.
I agree. No, it's not so much that. I think it's more recognizing the fact that you're being turned into content than being okay with that.
But just now, you in those last tweets, you said you weren't doing it anymore, and then you told Bogsconda very proudly, "Let's see how well this ages." But it's aged poorly. You've gone back.
You fucking got me. You got me, Kuihman.
Well, yeah, this is just sort of like a common theme with you, is where you make a large posturing statement and act really pretentious, and then you get sort of bitch slapped back down.
What do we call that? I broke my chastity for you, Kuihman. I came back.
Is this fun? Is this? Well, is this?
Yeah.
Is this what you're gonna ask, Silo? Like,
Kinda.
what are you
else.
gaining from coming on explicitly to be mocked?
Don't say views.
Wait, I also want an honest answer.
Can I be honest? I think this conversation with that, like whatever conversation we had leading up to that conversation with that AI guy, that was worth it. Just to have that conversation.
I agree. Not worth it.
You didn't even want to answer any of Kui's questions though when he asked them to you.
Yeah, and also we were being super nice to you so that you didn't leave.
I answered the questions nice. Wait, I thought I was very engaging.
You refused to answer the first question for like 5 minutes.
Yes, exactly, because I wanted to get his opinion first, and I got it. So,
well, we've got a $5 super chat here from Max the Confessor.
Saying, wait, I almost deleted that. Don't read that.
Will, ropes are on sale at Home Depot. I'm not sure what he means by that, but
they mean
that's a super chat. You got to read out the super chats. You got to read the super chats.
Yeah, over $20.
Okay, Rick.
No, it's $5 minimum to read them out.
Yo, Wick and VC?
$20 super chat. Kuihman will say whatever slur you want.
Someone's in the waiting room. Rezzy.
Put Resbear in here.
Let's give Resbear the last 10 minutes here.
Yo, me and him will defend Will.
Alrighty, we've got Resbear in the call.
Wait, before Resbear goes...
Sorry, there was another super chat. I'm so sorry. Jimberly, $10, says, "Hi Will, big fan. I was wondering, would you join me supporting AI replacing women?"
You know, there's actually an anime about that called Saber Marionette, I think.
You need to stop watching anime.
Should check it out.
Oh no, kick him out. Kick him out.
Real quick, Will. What the fuck was that? It was 3 minutes of takes with 19 minutes of like, what the fuck? Like, I get like you're trying to do make this whole thing. I just feel like you could just made a 5-minute video and been done with it. And like, honestly, like that probably would have been like, just that's what this should have been. Like, I feel like the thing that you're trying to say, you said in 3 minutes. You could have just done that.
Yeah, I wanted to make a short film.
Okay, but you can do that like on the
I didn't
side.
Want to just make I didn't want to just make a YouTube commentary video. So
well, why'd you want to make a short film? What was the point of making a
better ad rev?
I have a question. Why? Here's a question for people.
There's no ad rev because it's all copyright.
Why is it that when I did the monologue, I was wearing a black shirt?
What is this different?
Why is it?
Maybe he's farther away from his mic.
Hold on. Shut up! Let him talk, you fucking idiots. Ask your question, Will.
Why was it when I did the monologue I was wearing a black shirt?
Because you saw there was child porn, but you liked it, and it would normally horrify people.
What?
Is that what the black shirt is? Because that's what I read.
Wait, don't answer, Will. This is Death of the Author. You're not allowed to answer.
The different shirts are different universes, right?
There we go. Thank you. Okay.
So back to Reservoir's question: was the black shirt one the child pornographer universe?
Was it a child pornographer universe?
Yeah, one of them. One of many. Infinite, actually.
Yeah.
Could be this one even. Do we know? Please answer.
What shirt color are you wearing?
That's deep. We could be in the Will and his channel child pornography universe right now. That's crazy.
And the crazy thing is Stylo maybe is the one that sent it to me, and that's why he's fucking...
No, it was in a chat.
It was in a
So-
chest.
We blacks don't do
Really
woodworking.
know.
Sent to you by Destiny.
Stylo, I need your entire hard drive mailed to my house, stat, just so I can.
It's
make
funny
sure
you think
that
I have
you're-
but one. I'm not. Oh, never mind. I'm not poor like you, Will. I said it.
Yeah, he's a Fed. Styles a Fed confirmed.
Cutting me deep.
Well, it doesn't come across well when like no one really understands that this is now the universe where you're a YouTuber and talking to the camera and the other ones.
But
like,
you
it just
literally
doesn't
are
come
doing.
across
You're
well at all.
explaining it, but you're explaining it. So
but that's because we've watched it 7 times.
Now that you just said
Well,
it,
good.
But also,
I've watched it
I'm
7
not.
times.
I'm not saying that people can't get it. I'm saying that it's shit. Like it doesn't come across well.
The
It's like
execution was bad.
part of the video is a short film, and part of it is you talking to the camera.
Also, Will,
Look.
what the fuck was wrong with you not knowing how to focus a
can we
camera?
stay on one thing?
Technical shit aside,
Hold
the
on,
problem is every
I
single
know. That's
criticism
really
that we
bad.
say, every criticism that we say, you take it as you not getting your creative artist brain across to us. But the problem is not that. It's that your creative artist brain is
not
so much
creative.
like more normal than you fucking think it is.
Very
you don't have this
mundane.
special brain. You don't have these great ideas that you need to get across to us in some medium, and you need to improve at that. No, that's not true. You have a normal fucking brain. In fact, you probably have a below average brain because you're autistic. You can work at your art, you can do all of that shit, but there's nothing special inside of you that you need to push to us. Work on learning instead of like trying to get what's inside out there.
Wow. Why is
I
it
will.
like boots again, Will?
Yeah, I
Finish
don't
it.
know.
How much valence
Will,
electrons
I
does
think
Florida have?
what she's trying to say is you want to say
I'm
a lot,
definitely
but you
gonna
don't
take your
listen.
advice, Boots.
Can we
You
can,
did
can
know
we
shit about
step
it.
I'm
off
sure
the
you've
meta
taken so
I'm
much
really gonna
advice.
take
conversation?
your advice now. Okay. All right. Next.
I would like to ask a question, not a question, a constructive criticism. I was saying while watching my viewing of the video that there's really no way for us to know that we're switching universes besides you changing shirts, which is something that people might miss.
And shaving his beard.
A real creative would have been. You've seen Spider-Verse, correct, Will?
Yes.
You know how there was like a Lego Spider-Man, and like you instantly know that's like a different universe because he's not like a human.
These motherfuckers. I mean, how am I?
You should have done some shit like that, is what I'm saying.
Wait, are you claiming Will is not human?
Like film some stop motion, wear like a
Damn.
costume, change something in the room.
That's a lot.
Do
of
it. Do literally anything.
Well, I mean,
it's
up
not
to
a lot of
you-
production
It's up to you to
value.
figure it out. You're the artist. You're the one.
Right, you-
that
you're
makes
the
video.
artist.
You should put it
What
across
you
in a
made
good
is-
way.
It's just
We
very
made
low
it very
effort,
mundane,
point of
it's
view.
low effort.
We all understood that the shirts were different universes, but we're still here complaining about.
We're
the
pointing out
shirt.
that
Will,
lazy,
Will, you call yourself an artist. Nothing about that was artful.
Okay.
I think the
That's what I'm saying.
repetition
You just
alone
changed
could
colors
tell
on
it's
yourself.
different universes.
Off the back of that. Well, did you already own all these plain colored T-shirts, or did you buy these for?
Yeah, no, I
That's
own a
part of the
closet
art.
of almost strictly plain colored T-shirts.
I believe that fucking cartoon
I
character.
absolutely believe that. Yeah. So again,
Like
we've just got
Dexter's
more
Laboratory over there.
You know, Will saying that he's not
That's
going to
true.
be being this content anymore. He's leaving the online poll space. You know, he's divesting from the metas that I feel constrain my creativity and moving to different pastures. But once again, I reiterate, he is still back here. Once again, cannot leave, will not leave. Well, you will never be rid of Will. It will never end.
He's like herpes. He's like a bad cold.
This is all
This
the
is
Present
math.
Sunday stuff. I think this is
Is this meth? Oh,
this is
no.
Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, it's meth.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was about
You-
Sunday uploading
Context.
a labs video without permission, and that's
Hey,
how the
I just wanna
piracy
say,
conversation
Skill
started.
soy here. I actually really thought that the conversation that we had in the beginning of this, and honestly, this hasn't been too bad either. It's been pretty enjoyable. I've been having a good time.
Thanks for
Keep this in
saying that. You've been
mind,
saying it the
people
whole
who we
show.
asked to come on next.
Shut
Keep
yourself
that in
out,
mind. Will had a great time. Will's wife had a great night.
Is there more?
Will's
is there more
married?
stuff to go over?
Oh, fuck
Yes.
no, of course not.
Oh, we've got
Shut
loads
yourself
of,
out.
loads of folders here.
I got
I
5
mean,
minutes. Like we got one more bit.
Shout yourself out, Will.
What's this one?
Where can we find you?
Surely.
Oh, nice. This is a good one.
The thing is, if you were a brand new creator and someone watched your video and you got some views on it despite being literal Humegalol with nobody's never heard of, you're going to be fucking loving that, aren't you? And you can't really control. Like, this is the thing. Obviously, any form, especially if you ask for it, any form of marketing that you do is always going to potentially be good or bad. Do you know what I mean? You know, there was obviously, well, we all know what happened with that fake podcast thing that never went anywhere. That did not go down well at all. Let's put it that way.
Podcast sucked.
But yeah, it's obviously going to be a mixed bag.
Hey, can we at least agree
Guaranteed
that
that they're
True
gonna make more money
Stash
off of-
was better than that podcast, right? We can all come to agreement on that.
No.
that video was like so.
There's no way that you could
Well,
say
no,
that my
because
acting
that podcast
was worse
never
than
happened,
Not So
did it?
Erudites. Wait,
Yeah, it was like a
come on now.
Like, listen, you're comparing your video, which is a train wreck, to a small car crash, 2 cars.
There's no way that mine's a train wreck and that's 2 car crashes. Like, if mine's a train wreck, then that was like the icy freeways with the 48 car pileups. Like,
But a little podcast
You're-
doesn't take
you're
very long
hoping,
to create. You spent months on this video.
are
and
we
it's-
talking,
it's
are
like-
we
but
talking
it wasn't
about,
And at least, like-
we're talking about the quality?
That one had the entertainment
It was one
value of like
skit.
being really bad. Like yours was just so meh.
It was mundane. It's like gray paint.
It is literally like a student's first attempt at a
always try
short
better
film.
next time.
Like,
Like a middle school student, though.
yeah.
But then you did because they've been.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a bit
yeah.
to that, you know, where it's like,
yeah,
you should
this
always,
is where this is
I
you
think we're-
taking
yeah.
down the video live. Right?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Oh,
well, it was funny for us.
Oh, what's
This was
happened
funny for
here?
me.
Oh no. Has the video
yeah,
been
the
taken
re-upload.
down?
Then why would you do
Oh,
that?
he's taking it down.
Because it was funny. I was watching the stream.
no.
I watched it
The
live.
live takedown. Oh, he's literally.
The comedy is about as good as your
little
art, I
rat.
think.
Oh,
is it pretty
the
good?
little rat.
Not at all.
Based-
No.
Doesn't like
Sorry.
it. Doesn't like being scrutinized.
Sorry you had to
this
find
is.
out like this.
Oh dear.
All right, guys, 2 minutes. Anything else?
El
guys?
Ratto.
This isn't
El
really
Ratto.
that funny considering you were literally just copying what August did to President Sunday like a few months before this.
Man, I don't know
El
anything
Ratto.
about that, but that's cool. You can
I'm
keep
sure
that
you don't.
information.
I'm sure you don't.
Also,
I know
I
which
love
one, chat.
I love the restatement of the
mega
2
fan.
minutes thing right
Spicy
before you're
chat.
gonna leave, just to try to seize some control of this conversation because you know it's out of your hands now.
There's a
Spicy
link.
chat. It's been really fun. Kuihman, thank you for having me.
You got like a minute and a half.
Who were the
Kenny
other
really
people? I
wants
know
you to shout yourself
list of
out.
people putting this together. Was it Bug Squander? Was technical?
Bug Squander
DK was the
archived
moderator?
everything, clipped everything. Yeah, DK is currently
Nice. Well, thanks.
streaming it.
Shouts out to Bug Squander. Shouts out to DK. Shouts
Thanks,
out
man.
Spicy Chat, and thanks for having me on.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Will.
Bye, guys.